I feel like just have like this almost natural synergy between them.
Heretics on defense, Vitality on attack.
Over on that attack side, already Woot is going to be looking for that early information.
Hold up. Yeah, what is this contact like? Oh boy, we're HUDless.
He's under pressure.
Ever nade? Oh, we're trying to do the Lotus idea over towards B. Ever in the open, it's meant to catch you on the edge here, and then we have a nade from heaven. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then we have the TP in, and we crunch. Didn't work out, but I like the idea. 4v5, 3-person stack, maybe going to get a little bit aggro at one point, we'll see. What am I reading?
Heretics waiting on this B side. He's on long and has the ability to get out of here by taking the teleporter. Now that he's crossed back, he'll be falling to the site and hoping they don't catch him from hookah.
Love that, Allison.
We're heard, and there's the info. He's seen so many of them. The molly to slow them down.
Everything went well, dude.
I thought he would have went back to the site already. Instead, he's going to nestle his spot underneath inside hookah. Oh, he's got a little gap in the wall. I love this. And he smoked himself off.
It's so ratty. The support util as well is even better for Woot.
And that's classic. What is that duel? Dude, why does everyone crouch so much in the Ghost duels? It makes it so awkward sometimes. So hard to hit. Very doable. We got some low HPs here, 2v2.
Into their favor, but Wingman has managed to get that plant off. The spot of at least one of them is the
whoa, I wasn't favoring these two for that.
Heretics, the round still goes Vitality's way.
Yeah, there were some great punish kills there with the utility, like you said. The fact that he grabs the information on long, mollies it off, and Boo goes back into hookah, finds the spot. Reveal comes, I think, through the TP, and it's gorgeous. Problem is,
I thought the original idea from
I think it comes down to something as simple as that. There were opportunities
from
here
Heretics
for
was
big
pretty
damage
cool.
to be done. But individuals on
I wonder
the
how
side
that one's been working in practice.
are able to win their duels. Boo getting out is great. They punish the player jumping out, but from there, it's just free reign. Able to constantly take duels without the punish.
Okay.
Vitality's pistol under their belt.
Yeah. Ready for this.
You just joined us. Two things. One, the HUD will be back soon.
Yeah, HUD is gone. Do you want me to...
Two, this game is
Vitality.
for Vitality.
Can I fit the one in here?
They are going
do
to
that
champions. Nothing can change that from this point onwards. For Vitality, they need to win either this game or the game in the lower bracket. And I'm going to put it this way. It might be a little bit nicer to get it done first time.
Oh, yeah.
I think even when you look at form currently, like the Heretics have been winning their games, but they've been close. Whereas you look at the likes of Foot, they've looked incredible. Fnatic have been getting better and better with Hero as they go along, and I wouldn't like to play either of those teams.
Background of the HUD.
Right.
There are a lot 2 deaths on this one. Double Sheriff, so maybe Vitality might look into Outlaw.
And a lot of the players have ever made it there.
They've taken space on A.
Yeah, Wingman doesn't get stopped by the nade on this. Kicks is the main one, really, who would want a lot of these kills.
Indeed, for all of the parts. They've managed to find one onto Runner. He only had a ghost himself, so no free upgrades to be found. And with Rienz as the last man alive and very much known to be around this angle.
He gets one, so 2 away. So not going to be having it into the next round, you would imagine. Well, or maybe all plant.
And this makes them pretty well armed coming into round number 3 to fight Heretics full buy.
Yeah, it puts them in a decent position, that's for sure. Vitality have looked fantastic throughout this match.
What is that?
Winning the bonus set them up nicely. Obviously, as Sue mentioned, this is Runner's first time on Viper, so something we need to keep an eye on. But again, like he said it in a previous interview, he feels like the
Sentinel they actually do go for it.
Is the easiest role. This is sort of the quasi-Sentinel controller, so we'll see if that's still the case. The Heretics already taking some pretty aggressive control. Deep within the showers.
He actually might get the duel on the Brim. Yeah, this might work.
That part of the map. I don't see too much outlaw on this map. From attackers specifically, you can use it towards B long, try to grab the long range fights on A as well.
I like this. We got a boom ball that clears the left side. We got a TP into the corner.
Over time you get sectioned off into these
and we are
fights. Smoke's covering a lot of distance now. Already crept into the corner here. They do not look aware of this at
all.
all.
Oh my God.
He's got his back turned with players on the other side. It's free.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, Miniboo gets one shot as well. That's the light armor we were talking about. And with this as well, Kix picks up the orb, gets the plant down. Kix has all. If he wants to secure it, he could even just chill. Bombs have come in that he's bagged up Woot.
Might just opt to fall back off of this one, especially with Thrash available.
Yeah, and
the
Dizzy just didn't flash past this corner. Pretty much stopped here.
Feel a little hard done by, but it was definitely worthwhile. And Woot is basically waiting to see if anybody gives him the face. Now, Boo, oh, don't tell me he's going to get away with it. Oh, thank God. Somebody finally kills a man that should have been dead long, long ago. But even still, a hell of a lot for Boo still to do. The time already
Wingman ran over the whole of the site to plant at the back. Shot. Wait, you have a molly. Oh, he actually has a molly.
Even still, getting the plant from here is not going to be possible.
Great
the
nade
will deny it, and Safe was just playing the game to make
good
sure
damage,
that
but that's a bonus round. They'll take that all day.
But Vitality won't care.
Now 3-0 on the board. They're just watching the rounds rise as their lead
nice,
is extended on further and
nice
further.
little default though. I like it a lot.
Well, it's not the start they were looking for.
He's meant to flash long in case they'd say contact over towards long. He just gets an absolute freebie.
The freest kill of your life, and a beautiful double connection by Runner 2. Light shields and then into heavy, but he leaves Woot on 10 HP with almost no chance to survive. And well, a headshot like that doesn't really take the HP into account. That's a 3-0 start. Safe 4-1. This is a factor of Vitality. If we saw Safe slow down, have a rough start, map might be over. He has been such a big factor, especially on Sunset. It's good to see the win in his sails early on. Now, a lot of weaknesses for Heretics in this round. One of the pistols is already dealt with, and Benji and Miniboo also have some light shields across the board too, which makes Runner a deadly threat. But Benji Fishy's quick to adjust.
And Miniboo goes and picks up the gun. Oh, what? Oh, my. That's one way to do it.
Probably on the board with 30 HP left. He's looking for the ace, and well, he's going to have a chance for it. The shot fired doesn't land onto Trex, and he's sneaking ever closer to the angle. Here's your chance, Benji. Safety.
It is lovely. He got it, yeah. He finally got it.
He had to sit back down to retrieve the gun. He was celebrating so much he forgot that he only had a pistol in that round. An ace that, well, it's going to be difficult.
I mean, what an ace as well. Just out of range of the fade eye.
As clean as can be for the first three, and well, a little bit of help from his friends in the end, but what a round.
That's so good. Beautiful. Did he actually pick up the gun? Yeah, he did,
Just a quick switch. Oh, well. That's one way to put a round on the board. Said in the last map, just a few pistols for Heretics. You can't count them out. Gotta fight for every round. And, well, certainly
I walked onto this one. Oh, the run forwards.
Benji, he's unkillable.
I love the move though. W against the Razor. Everyone's gonna think he's gonna move backwards. He gave himself a chance. Did get rid of the Viper. To get rid of the Viper though.
Definitely there. A lot of counter utility being expended, and
whoa, it's a lot of ults, man.
He wants to try and get back into this round. 2 kills already. The trade's thick and fast, keeping this one at least even for the moment, but retreating might be difficult.
50.
Runner is going to take a nasty tag, and there's nowhere to go but back into the fray. The spike down on the deck, and a crossfire that's not going to be easy to break. Miniboo has been fighting tooth and nail throughout this round, but he is waiting for the contact of his teammate Boo. And there should be no way out of this round. It would have to be an immediate response. And
yeah, I mean, this was
Boo is going to find the frag.
Vitality, Fish, Razor on defense. What? Fade, Viper.
Oh, they absolutely do.
Grim.
An ace from Benji.
They all had a big understanding. This was this was a big round to break the econ of the other team.
Coming out of Miniboo. These 2 kills were gorgeous. Lands a third around the site. Seconds later,
the fader was really good. Really good.
Benji's got to be looking across him like, it's not an ace. And you had a rifle.
It's not bad. It's not bad. An early pause again. This is something that has become a big part of Vitality. With Gorilla at the helm, is just taking these pauses as early as needed. I don't think it comes down to how the rounds went. It doesn't come down to necessarily how many they lost. It's more so, does he feel in the moment that he can change what's going on within the team? And I imagine after losing a round like that to the Sheriff,
this Vitality's fatal.
In this
Was it
one,
actually?
with Minibu able to get back in.
Wait, then it was awful because it didn't hit anyone.
That was their Nightfall coming out as Minibu runs into the site. So they've used a big ultimate to try and win themselves that round and a Thrash, and it's gone the wrong way in their eyes. So just stopping things as early as possible.
Dude, I was so sure it was that ult because it just made sense with people flooding on site.
Because those last couple didn't really
so they invested 3 ults.
For the economy of Heretics. You win a round with a pistol, you're going to pick up a load of guns if you remember to do so.
You have this.
And so because of that,
it's
not really worth investing much into this one because the cost will be minimal unless you somehow steal the round.
Okay, well, money is just completely in the bin.
In Heretics fashion.
Yeah, and that's the official we're talking about. If they need it into this round, Fade goes over towards Showers, doesn't spot anything. No, the Showers is clear.
Space taken by Safe. Even causing rotations. You can see Rien's making it to the spawn just now. He'll be reinforcing the A site, but it's only one man here. Causing all this chaos and leaving B a little bit more open for the rest of the squad. Thrash might grab some info though. This could be valuable. In fact, it's cleared out the side.
And it would be a win if he went through the TP. That was pretty smart. Yeah, they're probably just happy they got the official out of them, to be honest. I like the Heretics, they're just infusing official on an eco, just trying to make sure they get their money good.
The rest of the team already in position as well.
Might even use the Fade ult.
Thrash going to be sent out. So much info.
Oh boy.
That's a mistake. He was right in front of everyone, and because of that, there are guns to be had. He's almost hand-delivered one. In fact,
Fade ult hits 3, but they don't take too much space of it, other than Benji.
Pit also used. This is now a problematic scenario. Safe has already found another.
What the hell? That was a double
an even
headshot.
Scenario, a 2v2. The health going back up, but Sender's in a great position, and now it's left all on to Benji. It's going to be a pace save.
Big round, yeah, they messed up with official.
For Vitality, but I also feel like that comes more at the hands of Heretics.
Yeah, they've got
official Fade ult. Just as there was a lot of ults from Vitality earlier. Get the same back.
It was the Viper, but it was a free kill.
Dude, they had no guns into this. What do they actually have? Frenzy, Sheriff, Ghost, or something.
I said that should have been an equalized, and it started out well. Yeah, it was.
Whoa, what is that?
It was Runner as well that was detained by it. So a free kill that drops the pit and gets rid of most of the danger of this round. And instead, a tiny adjustment a little bit later.
Yeah, really good for these two money-wise as well.
4-2. Vitality. They've had a couple of rounds by a narrow margin. That one there's got to feel good.
I mean, that one there was impressive, though. Insert one over towards here. Used the official. He reacted very well with the official. And then him reacting like this to the official and then not going through the TP kind of won him the round where they team ulted.
Ultimates, other than that, at a minimal. Again, the lean in a lot of these early rounds has been towards that B site. They've looked to challenge
so
that side of the map.
Pressure over towards here. They're not going to re-clear it after what happened with the Omen.
Some presence on that side. Instead, it's going to be the rotation in the other direction. The thing they have to be wary of is how far forward Wook currently sits. Maybe not the best gun for the job, but he's denying the space. And in fact, they're going to try and wrap him
it's a
behind
lot of space, man.
They got to be careful here.
I was going to say Woot is in trouble.
Brazenly swinging into the angle, and Safe is too happy to punish.
Yeah,
Who left the 36 is in trouble.
Doesn't want to plant.
This is the round they want to fight for. The showstopper not going to land, and the pressure applied right after from both
this
sides.
Didn't go great.
It's Safe to find each kill. All 3 have been him, 1 with a nade, and 2 with the rifle. And now we look to Rienz and Benji Fishy. 2 versus 5 on the retake. They're not feeling it. This isn't the time to make their last stand. Vitality have claimed another round. 5-2 in the lead. This should have been Heretics at least equalizing.
1,000 for the people that are alive. 2-4 for the people that are dead. Not good enough to get a buy.
Starting to build up an
a low one.
with this, presumably, and the Luthia Flawed.
If they keep hold of the guns.
With 4 players left alive, so that's something.
Well, you know, I don't know if it would have counted as a flawless anyway. There's people alive, right? I think it only counts if you have to kill them.
Yeah,
all.
It might be. Well, they're trying. They're
going for the Nats.
Cleared Benji.
Yeah, he had an idea.
Well,
and
he's seconds away from his inevitable demise, but the time was.
Wonder if he saw the gun or if he literally just spammed it.
At least 5-2. Vitality off to a flyer, winning the bonus, a couple of seemingly blips on their radar, and then more importantly, this man is just going insane.
Oh, good.
We know the caliber that Safe brings to a team. We knew it at the time of his joining. We were waiting for him to get back on that duelist, back on the role where it truly feels like he can dominate opposition. Right now, he's 11-4.
And they're looking stressed.
On Team Heretics, spirits not so high.
Only the ones they've gone into.
On the back of an ace.
And he's getting good for Vitality. He might get a mental score and attack here.
This is the kind of game I expected to see. But the shoe's on the other foot. It was Heretics I expected to be locking Vitality out of so many of these engagements. And if you run it back earlier in the season, that's probably what you get.
K-Corp? Yeah, this must be a horrible one to watch for K-Corp. People that don't know if Vitality win this, K-Corp are out.
And then
won't get the 4th spot for champs.
Not one, but 2 maps where they have had unbelievable streaks. I said it was 10-0 in matches, or 10 in a row for the side of Heretics on Sunset. 6 in a row here. If they were to break both of those in one match to qualify them for champions, hey, we might actually have to talk about what damage this
drive is ready, I guess.
Because that's the storyline at the moment is, okay, EMEA, yeah, sure. We expect stuff from Fnatic. We expect stuff from Heretics. Foot have looked good. But the 4th team, what are the 4th team going to do? Well, if the 4th team
Thank you for that chat.
Heretics,
Didn't quite see it as well, so glad you all repeated it.
This round, plant down, 1 gun for Rians, everyone else just on pistols.
You might regret that, Tom. Benji was able to do it. Oh, kicks. He's got
I mean, the floor is lava, but he tanks his own one. Oh, you're smart, boy. Let's go.
Down to a 3 versus 3. Rians and Boo very low. The fuse already half. They've got to get out there. They've got to stop it. They do just that. Nice shot by Sender. Resets for the push behind him. And every step of the way here in that 3v3. Vitality, we're ready. 6 on the board. No upset. No pistol ace for Heretics this time. And in fact, there will be a pause with this lead going convincingly to Vitality. This is probably the right time.
It's slipping away.
It's understandable. Like, there's no doubt that heading into that attack side can be a turning point for Heretics. Like, we've seen it. Again, you talk about their victory versus Coin GX, 7-3 in the end to close out what was a solid defensive half. A 9-3 when they played it versus Na'Vi, so they could definitely do it. But it's just the fact that Vitality have proven time and time again that even if the going gets tough, even if rounds start going back the other way, they can break those rounds, and you need to give yourself enough wiggle room, because right now you've got an ace and then a follow-up round after that, which again came incredibly close with Miniboo making a huge play. Other than that, everything else has gone the way of Vitality, and you're seeing those stars step up. Trex, one of the players brought in after kickoff, looking fantastic, Safe back in that superstar role. And while there hasn't been a quiet player.
What happens if Heretics lose? They go to lower bracket. It's not the end of the world.
Still seems like a long road left, but realistically they are.
They make champs anyway, no matter what. Like the only team that isn't secured at the moment is Vitality. It's between Vitality and K-Corp. If Vitality win, obviously they're fruit. If Vitality lose both of their games, this one and whoever they play next, then they're done.
It's been a long time since then.
Yeah. I saw those head-to-heads. Vitality,
they're in a very good position.
They'd be breaking history by
we got the molly that goes over towards long. Even change up the wall from Vitality. This kind of means that they want to save their smoke, though. Is that a little bit too obvious? They're about to use their smoke over towards B.
Might be the same result.
Yeah, this wall might be a tell, but again, it's a new comp that they haven't shown, so they don't really have anything to judge this off of. Oh man, the util right now is great, and we have a smoke over towards spawn. Smoke did kind of miss, but still does a similar job.
And there is a thrash for Rians. That kill's huge. Okay, equalizing the numbers and taking away the main smoke. Someone already down, but thrash now going through, clearing out the back and finding one for free.
Oh, do we go for a spam?
It's going to deny Rians. Annoyingly, he's actually the player that has themselves.
They went for it for a little bit. Sender definitely had a ping out here.
So a counter thrash, immediate, and that leaves Runner in trouble. But obviously Rians is a little bit worried there's another player there, and he was right. But he catches both with the flash. Retake. Leaves one blind for Woot to kill, kills the other himself. Now it's left to Safe, but this time there is no
Looks like it missed, I guess.
Will be there to shut him out. as a 4v4
this is a great
4v5
retake. The official was
ends up well
the
flawless
one.
in a different sense.
I don't know what was said during that pause,
They
but
somehow
it
got
seems
the
like
spam through the wall. That would have been everything. They maybe should have gone heavier from the spam through the wall, knowing that it was the Gecko, but it's so hard to calm that.
That would motivate you, would it?
Definitely.
Okay. Well,
only from Weber, though.
We're gonna do nothing but win our rank games from now on. I'll get him in the coach slot.
To be honest, if we're
playing
Weber,
Weber,
we'll win.
we're sorted. We're out. The diamond ascendant lobbies are gonna be terrorized. But 6-3, Vitality. Oh, they've got a good amount of rounds here on the attack. We know that, as you said earlier, Tom, the pace could definitely change.
Yeah.
Once Heretics move to the attack, you want to see a good buffer built up for this current attacking side, and they're spread. One man on every position across the map with Hookah doubled down on. They'll prod for some space. They're not intending to take it here. Not yet.
Flash.
Changing up the defaults a little bit. It's done like 3 different variations. Done Boombot on its own, Boombot with TP, Boombot with a flash.
Possible tick of that Prowler. You're gonna know that there's at least a couple of players here. Again, constant control of showers is a big part of things for Heretics. In fact, 3 players there this time to try and challenge versus Trex, but thus far in the game he's done well. He's got to be careful. They might be a little bit further forward than he's expecting them to be. In fact,
they are. I mean, they're next to him.
He's taken so much damage.
In reaction, they can take spawn. Do they take spawn?
They like to combine with him to wrap around
like this,
and surround the players. That can't happen.
Yeah, I think they realized
there's the Omen.
got thrown through that he's
actually needs to Omen ult here, but either way.
Content to force the fight. Nice reveal. Where's the follow? There it is. The shot lands eventually, and will lose his life on an ambitious play while blinded. But the rest of the squad still holding strong with Sender up top. He's got 2 players coming right at him. Not an easy fight to win, and not one he'll claim. Safe now. Last man standing. Something makes me believe he can win that from what I've seen before, but not this time.
I liked Vitality, what they did here.
Well-oiled machine.
This push towards spawn is good, but I think the Omen ult is just like an overcook, because then they know the exact reaction what they've done. They're expecting him to be close, and the fact it's not planted, it's planted in front of sight. They needed like 1 extra person to be fighting there. I also like the fact that Heretics have just been very proactive now. 3-person late push showers.
Given credit to this team is that considering they're so
it's not planting for spawn. Yeah, but that's why they kind of needed 2 people here, right? The double push here from them not having showers was fine, because then they can get the kills here, then they can focus, but they needed the other 2 to kind of go heavy lamps and just make sure that they are just dueling up towards here. They could have literally done like 1, 2, and then these 2 spawn, right? This would have been perfect. Crossfire on the showers.
Just been picked out of the sky. Trying to make more of a solo play. Basically the opposite of what I was saying about the last 2 rounds.
And we're talking about them going proactive, and that's definitely something.
Not ideal.
That's the ult down.
Rien's threw Dizzy up as well, but those players were too far back to get caught by it.
It might be because Trex has been playing solo outside of Ace.
Yeah, could be.
So they just went, okay, that guy's been showers like 3-4 rounds, let's just try and kill him, and instead there's 4 players.
Yeah, they've also been doing this default all the time, right? They're taking like Hookah fast, so they do think it's less people here. I feel like Vitality are doing an insanely good job at changing up what they're doing on attack all the time.
So many players backed off, clear from the flash. It's a problem. And now the stack up from Heretics towards the A side after initial contact. They expect the play to come in. Viper walls up, causing problems. They could be crossing. They could be close, about to burst around the corner and take the fight against Boo. And now the utilities fall and they realize no one's here. Well, they're going to feel a little bit silly because the plant clearly focused on the B site.
What do they even do? 4v5 retake.
Perspective. This side could be stacked.
30 seconds left.
So they're still going to do their
double
due diligence.
TP. Oh, that's good.
Again, it's him every time. Each time there's a spot
now they're in a pretty good spot to use Fatal.
Have to be a 4v5 retake.
Yeah, Vitality again. Good reaction to take some map control over towards side.
That was looking bleak.
Woot sending his utility through the TP to open the door. You have almost no time to react. The guy materializes and instantly is shooting at your head. Very hard to react to, and a good punish. Taking a player off the side of Vitality for the post plant, now split into 2 sides.
Who gets a kill, he gets his ult.
Oh,
there goes Boo.
Safe falls after just 1 though, and the
Wingman is just doing it.
They've got to be
careful. Yeah, the extra pressure of Wingman here was
a big swing from the side of Vitality, conscious that the defuse could be coming through any second, and they face into a lot of guns.
Again, their reaction here was good. Vitality's reaction to push side was good, but I also think Heretics' reaction to manage to go through TP and catch one really paid off.
I think
They're
every single round except last.
Heretics are being way riskier. Oh, this is nice. Good baiting. Heretics are being just super risky at the moment. Right, round before, 3-person push showers at just like a late timing. Now 4-person stack in the 4v5. They're just doing unpredictable stuff to try to give them an edge.
And they're coming out on top with that many players standing.
Now starting to build up some momentum. The defenders.
This guy is so wrecked.
Big lead.
Whoa.
At least some foundations to play from. Hello. Safe's right up close. There could still be a chance. A 2-round gap and a pistol. Start to run away with it. Put up enough of a buffer that Heretics' attack side won't be quite as scary. With Wu down, with Mini Boo down, it looks like that's the reality we live in.
Safe is so good.
To be secured any second now, it's Safe planting, and that's a showstopper online. One target left to find. Benji Fishy up against the world. Not just the 4 players, but the rocket launcher of Safe that he's all too keen to use. Last round, he ain't gonna be using it in the next, and well, yeah,
no chance.
Pick your poison, a rocket or a sniper.
Both times
great half from them.
A runner has killed the guy before he gets to fire it. Just a little bit too quick, but he's not going to mind. A last round to at least cement them the lead, but as we've said many a time, going onto this attack side, you're talking about clean halves. Again, you look back.
Yeah, nade to lock him in. Dude, I love whoever's doing like their mid-rounding at the moment. Or just even like the shot calls of just like let's push here. Like it's very good. Right, the reactions over towards spawn, reactions over towards elbow, and the round after that. This reaction as well, just everyone just fighting, just deal with these guys' showers, just crunch them.
They're gonna have to
I guess pinch them.
Prove that this defensive side is solid for Vitality, that the workers
they are just always together, like with multiple people.
We saw it in
instantly.
the last one. We're talking about a team on a 10-map win streak. It's irrelevant. They broke that. They beat it. Now going on to this half, sure. If they're still
possible it's Safe. Yeah, I think Safe does some. It's most likely Sender, but it could honestly be anyone. Could be different people in the different rounds as well.
Gonna carry a lot of weight here in this pistol, and that started out beautifully. Another nade for Safe, but he won't get to fire it off.
The wall into the nade was savage.
Although Boo drops him, he's got 2 more to deal with. Spike down in the open, and he's a little slow getting there. He didn't know the other players weren't on site, but now they most certainly are. Stacked up and ready with a Viper wall blocking him out. Thought he was gonna go back, play around through hookah, but I think he probably has a better chance walking out along without having to make the jump.
This is the thing. Well, Trex has spotted an angle. It's probably the last man you want to be up against in these sort of positions. The most cerebral player when it comes to Team Heretics. They're trying to fight this one together, but he's not giving them a chance. Looking for some shots.
A higher, lower.
Screen. Molotov just to make sure nobody snuck into the close corner.
Very nicely handled.
The high-low.
Double, right? Double pistol in this map.
Lead extended for Vitality. Pistol not going in the direction of Heretics as they would have hoped. That is now both of them going the way of Vitality. And they now find themselves just 5 rounds away.
Look at that nade. It's the most insane timing.
Joining the other 3 EMEA teams looking to fight for the region, but as we've said already, it's not over until it's over, and Heretics, well, they want to take that easy route to the grand final. It's where we expect them to be heading.
All eco.
Still have a few
everyone from Vitality buying up in this one. They do not want to get eco. They don't want to mess it up. Kind of just tanking a little bit of a worse bonus, but they're okay with that.
Although Mini Boo's very close and Sender close to death. He'll fall back. He'll fall back. Hello?
Wait.
He's 5 HP. He'll fall back. No. He'll keep fighting.
Yeah, he did just carry on dueling. I mean, he had his team.
Honestly, a little bit of a ludicrous
it was alright.
And Trex, he doesn't even take the upgrade. Goes in with the stinger. Vitality feeling confident, looking confident, and now 9 on the board.
Okay, yeah, they get the Bulldog.
Definitely not.
Dude, it's actually a really good bonus, yeah. You got the Bulldog.
The shadows of the lot that they have, it's definitely at the bottom, but hey, it's only going to be a stinger that ends up being lost and a few shields along the way. This, though, is where Vitality are coming up against the buy. Where Heretics will have those rifles, full shields on every single player, and the expectation again is this is where the tide will turn, but we've been saying that for a while now. Said it on the previous map, saying it here, and again, it's a similar
19-9. This guy is just insane, isn't he?
Hypercritical of himself. You know, this is a guy
I can't believe he ever says that he never wants to play duels. Like, it's so criminal that this guy
He's got 5 kills right now.
He's an always on duelist. He's so insane on duelist.
My goodness, the morale now has to be feeling low. I want to see him get around where he's activated, where he's finding a little bit more success.
He's always just farming. He's always farming.
For Rienz, well, it won't be his round to do that. He's been shut down by Runner with an opening pick, and Vitality, they've got themselves at least an advantage in numbers, but they still have a few nasty positions to root out. Miniboo, inside of Lamps, this could be his chance.
The fight between the fades and Trex is so patient. Miniboo is only going to manage the one, and now already that defusal has begun.
Hey, do they get it half before the molly? Wait, did the molly miss? Oh, molly missed.
Eventually they kill off the wingman, but it's
and mollies are missing out here as well.
Way too clean for a round.
Unless there was like a body block or something that I missed.
Now 3 away.
Miniboo lands a couple of clean blows. That was it. He was isolated and had his chance, and he capitalized on it, but the rest of the fight's lost. And there's not much you can do about that. Can't put all the weight on one man's
maybe
shoulders.
Someone headbutted it, man.
I guess it's Benji
It's really off, though.
With the Sheriff.
It's a big headbutt.
10-5.
Or safe.
Well, listen, I mean, safe is just a guarantee.
The exception that proves the rule.
The man seems to have no pressure on his shoulders.
I feel like this is the same as the last one.
No, it is, exactly. He was 20
and
9
Miniboo
on
gets a judge out. Normally
map.
means we're double satcheling into Lamps.
As said, he's gunning for
Safe,
champions.
I mean, Safe is in one of the best positions for this.
Liquid.
He can just reactively ult as long as there's smoke behind him. I not even need to ult here.
Again, he's going to survive. This man doesn't seem to fear the fight, but Safe has gone down. It was exactly the same in the last half, where they managed to win the bonus round and then ended up losing to a weaker purchase. This one definitely has a bit more in terms of investment, but even still, the advantage still sits with Vitality for now. Kicks, fighting, winning those battles. Has Sender alongside.
I mean,
there's
just 3 of them so strong back at sight.
Now, as Vitality get closer and closer to Champions qualification.
I had a lot of questions for Vitality coming into this, and, well, it seems like I'm starting to run out. We're getting close to asking the last one. Morning or afternoon? Which flights would you prefer?
Well, the thing is, I know as well that Gorilla is probably going to watch back this demo and just be like, I know you didn't expect us to win Sunset. Okay, well, of course we didn't. Of course we didn't.
Yeah, I don't think you can expect them to win this.
Especially with the veto. You know, we came in today, you're like, there could be a bit of a fight. Heretics have looked a little shakier in some of their matches.
Yeah.
Vitality have looked good. They're heating up.
Not these two.
It's possible. Once the veto came out, we were all like, well, 2-0 or 2-1. Heretics are winning either way. Question is, do Vitality win Icebox? Vitality lose Icebox? Oh, well, it's going to be 2-0. Easy peasy. And then even then,
wow, you can really see the stress on like multiple of them.
It's gonna be 2-1. They'll take bind. But Heretics now are using their last pause here on this map. 11-5 down. It might not be their last chance. If they start to make the comeback happen, they'll get to talk to their coaching staff when Vitality call a timeout. But this is the last time they can initiate it. And well, they better be clean from this point forward.
What the hell is Woot doing?
Not just a showstopper, but Thrash too.
What? He's holding up the fan to his ears.
Oh. I guess the headset, he's sweating a little bit. It's worn today.
Basically, Neil was chatting like straight fire, and so he had to pull his ear down.
If Heretics don't get a buy, sorry, if they don't get a plant here, it's an eco. They're so close to having ults online. Problem is, Vitality understand how big a round it is, so they decide to just go aggro. We can see both of these ults into this one. I like this. He's not going to fire his ult as well. Doesn't want to let them know where he is. They create a lot of pressure, loads of question marks as to where they can be. See this guy looking to spawn. Wait, we're reactively sending it? Oh.
I'm not going to be able to leave. Not going to be able to get out of that smoke. That'll be one of the blast packs gone. However, Rienz has still managed the opener. Kicks with a response. Looking for a little bit more, but they hold the line. The Boo brothers strong.
Shout out to Boo here. I was wondering what the second hit was going to be like for the Omen. Sorry, the Brimalt was good.
Well, that snake bite.
Brimalt was good, and then they all decided to duel, but they only have to worry about like what, this little angle here. And they're swinging out into multiple angles. Like, they're always going to win that. This is nice, as long as they got through the wall early.
They do win themselves around, but the question is, do they have 5 more in them to equalize?
Well, that's it. Yeah, it is
certainly shots, though.
We saw Heretics in a similar position on Sunset. They managed to make it close, got up to double digits, but
Good news is Vitality didn't use their
actually coming into this, you know, the fact that we only end up 7-5 at the half, and it could have been neck and neck. I still wasn't very confident, very wary of what Heretics can pull out on the attack, and we could still see those attacker rounds build up. But for Vitality, they have so many chances, so many credits as well. And sure, the Showstopper was used in the last, and for Heretics, a lot of ults are coming very close to being online. Miniboo could even have Showstopper of his own in this round. He certainly will for next. On Vitality, it's not quite the same story.
It's Fade either drops down over towards long.
Punchy ults that you'll have on the attack. Slow play. Waiting for Vitality's aggression, expecting them to go pushing up, but they did that last round because they had a Showstopper. This time, much more passive face from this defensive side.
I like it. So they have protocols. Fade Eye obviously doesn't hit. They don't need to do any kind of molly. Fade Eye does hit, then they do the molly over towards long. Make sure for 100% it's a question mark created. So they can go back towards A, where there should be 2. But one of the 2 is Trex, who gets 3. And we're going to see Fischl.
Have the thrash available. Rian's desperately trying to find a place to use it.
And he's
going in.
He might just get on site, right? Wait, Boo got a kill.
It's going to be left onto the IGL as he tries to escape. Boo looking to hold the line, but he's just not in a position.
Just watching him the whole time. Molly goes in, Wingman gets half.
Go to half. There's nothing he can do to deny that. And now with the time ticking away, 2 players still to find. They are just waiting for him to make a mistake, to make a move, and kicks too quick.
6 of them.
The board for Vitality.
6 chances for them to go to champs.
To confirm their flight.
6 chances to lock in Korea. What an unbelievable journey this has been for the Vitality squad. They've had their troubles. They've had their ups and downs, let me tell you.
But
to get
this wasn't even a bad round from Heretics. Like, Heretics did so good. They did enough to create pressure over towards long and kept 3 people here. They literally hit A site when there's 2 there. Just the fact that this guy kills 3.
On the other hand. And it starts with a Viper's Pit and a Showstopper. Good ultimates to have,
6.
But you can't even just expend them here. I mean, you can, but you might want to keep them for future rounds. It's a long road, and one that you have to be tempered with. So you use up all of this util, all of these abilities. Heretics on their way to B. Already a bit of aggression. It's kicks and sender waiting there on long. Oh, they're in trouble. They're in a lot of trouble.
Immediate nightfall. That's 1 player killed. Sender's still standing, but only for a second.
Yeah, it's confusing comms coming in, probably.
Recharge that ult, picks up an orb, and the plant will come through. Trex already tagged up. This retake's not going to be easy.
Nice snake bite. Boo's forced into the corner. His HP is ticking down.
So the 2 are going to distract for Safe to try and get a kill. Wait, whoa. Kind of doable. Safe?
Boo low, this could be very scary. In fact, Miniboo, he was decayed, but he's getting his HP back. A few points of it tipped off here. He's down to 6 and caught by Trex.
Look at how well they're doing this.
Boo low, this is getting very scary indeed. The IGL still able to put up 1, and Rienz does his own work. It's Safe having to clutch this all the way, and Boo
that was still impressive.
Survives, thrives in
that was still impressive. That
5 more for Heretics.
Yeah, dude, they look so stressed. That 3v4 was impressive, man.
Sit in that snake by the entire time, assuming that it would be certain doom to try and make it out of there, while it was expected, had to make the move.
Yeah, looks like he's going through it, man.
The most
doesn't look great, man.
Once again, top of the board for his side, alongside Rienz. There's still been a quieter day at the office for the likes of Wu. Someone with the highest of expectations after his performance at Masters and throughout the previous split. Even still, though, many a chance, plenty of time for Vitality to just.
They're a little bit behind on all.
But to say that wasn't a close one would be a lie.
Immediate aggression through the TPs. It's Wu to catch Sender, though.
Sender send it in to save Trex. Trex goes down, and this orb that was originally a Wu doesn't need to be picked up anymore because they got the kill.
At least for a moment. But Safe might. Doesn't look like he's caught the timing. Benji's still watching and still peeking, and there's the info locked in. Viper's Pit used by Vitality.
4v5 when one of you's low HP.
Towards the other side of the map, which is much lighter defended. And without any bathroom control, someone has to keep an eye on it. Be a 2-man setup on A and a 2-man setup on B. They need to land their shots on the way through, or that Viper's Pit could secure the round for Heretics.
Even with the advantage, I wouldn't be overly surprised if we see the Nightfall expended by Woot. They just don't have the information. to risk this one. Viper's pit down. All being used to try and just claim some of that space. Already,
Yeah,
though,
wall's going to go up.
Well, the hope will be
wingman.
It's
Getting
slow
wrecked here.
down a little bit. There goes that Nightfall. Information garnered, but they will be able to stop the
Get a
plant.
bit of info. 20 seconds.
Later.
Yeah.
Safe is now
15
the last
seconds.
line of
Double
defense on this
hookah.
side. He's trying his best to deny that plant, but the Viper's pit should confirm it unless he has something crazy with the spam, and in fact, it's back the other way.
It looks now like that's enough. And Vitality are even conceding.
I would imagine Vitality call a timeout. It's still
6 in a row. Turns into 4
goes at it.
for Team Heretics with this round victory.
Especially as you see the ult here. Like, I think you need to make sure that these three don't waste their ults. Viper 1, kind of okay, it's done.
The double digits.
Don't know how close Sender and Safe are, but
pulled a big round out. And again, players like Safe are still activated, still having his rounds. It's only a matter of time. At least it feels like that. Before Vitality will have that one that pulls it across the line. Nice shot by Boo. Big punish with runner left as the last man alive. And the credits are struggling on the defense. This might hurt their next buy.
It's an absolute shot at the end of this.
And yeah, it was the paranoia at the very start of the round by Sender, but he didn't catch a player on his left.
Yeah, kind of on the on a different page those two. Sender wants to fight, Trex wants to get out of there.
Gorilla and Comet again
What?
going to be given a chance to try and talk
Shot,
this
man.
one through. Financially, probably not the best time to be taking a risk. Sender, the only one with enough to really purchase into this round, and Safe could maybe get a pistol just as a bonus to try and play.
They've been really good.
But it might just be even as simple
like
as
after their
quelling the
timeouts.
nerves.
They've been winning a lot of
what's
rounds.
on the line. For one of these teams,
This one, they're probably not focusing on this actual round because these two can't get too much.
For the other team, that sends you into an
We're talking about the round
elimination match
after,
for
you
your
would imagine.
entire year. Like, that's the difference. The rest pretty much speaks for itself at this point. Vitality have set themselves up with 6 chances, 6 rolls of the dice to make it to the biggest event in Valorant. For Safe to go back there as someone who's done so much in his career already, but with trophies being the main point of call for this man, and for the rest of the team to join him alongside and take Vitality to their first ever Champions tournament. A team, as said, that played through the VLRs in the past, wasn't a big part of the sort of Challengers landscape at the time. Now, though, they're right in the thick of it. But to say that Heretics are just going to go down without
As soon
fight,
as they hit that molly,
well, you'd have
Vitality having none of it, especially as they got this ult, they've got to be
4 in a row
careful.
might seem like a
A
lot,
little bit scared
but
of the Brim ult here.
Bigger streaks of rounds than that, many a time.
Runner, not at all scared of it though. Safe's done really good to get a kill.
Safe down. Reveal is good. Oh, Trex is caught by a spam out from Rian's. Nice stuff.
The nice savey kill.
On Runner. Unlikely to see them push into that angle, knowing there's some weaknesses.
Runner hasn't fired his gun yet, but they're going to
Could
imagine
be.
it's like a Bucky or a Judge money-wise.
It's left down to, I guess, Sender. He was the only one
Yeah.
with the right. Just a shorty that's trapped, and they very much know where that player is from the utility a little bit earlier. Confirmed here. And okay, they do push into him, but just to tickle him up, get him into the open. 33 HP now. And any second, he'll be going down. Oh, I like that. Yeah, Snakebite worked. It was supposed to go a little bit deeper. Lands his kill for it, and then gets
6
rollback
chances
out.
in half to
9
3.
to 12. 3 more for
It's getting...
Heretics.
I mean, this was an
Rifles for
eco.
Vitality coming
One was
up
okay.
next.
this is where the combo breaker came in before. Although I believe at that point there was still a bit more wiggle room. That was the difference, is that we were in a spot where Heretics still had an extra round to play with. Not this time. They need to double what they've just achieved, but we are starting to see some of the players come back up. As I said, Wu have been quiet. He's starting to move up that board. I think Boo's been fantastic alongside Rian's. And Safe has slowed down a little bit. I was talking about him being 20 and 9. He's
1
now
away,
21 and
2
15,
away.
but as you
That's
said,
probably going to be the
it
focus
always
if they
feels
can't
like at
hit
any
this.
moment, that match could
Vitalities,
just
this is
end the
probably
game.
what the timeout was
Josh has
about. They
gone
go for
far.
something
Thank you,
completely
Stim.
different.
He
Full
got-
person push over towards B, 1.
They will be able to retrieve
Holding
if they
over
keep
towards
up that
A, getting
fight.
them
Although I
info.
look at Rian's position, and I don't think he's involved
Heretics
in that. They just wanted to take the space
literally
with the ult,
did
and
the
now
best thing
reset
they
into
could have
the
done
post
against
play
this setup.
for Heretics, full control with their back completely sectioned off. All they have to do is look forward. Orbital strike in play for Boo as well. A big factor for this post plan. That's why he's gone back down on mid, and they're just harassing them.
That's right. Just want to focus on the fact that we don't want to see official. First of all, he's probably going to get Brim ulted. Second of all, they need to try and combo it when Safe has his ult.
To stop the defuse and to make it even more difficult.
Yeah, they want to tap the spike early, try to get the Brim ult out of them.
Oh,
what the? Whoa! What? The first one was from Wingman, the second one was because he's defusing, third one, I don't know.
But the only danger in this server right now is Rien's Trex nowhere near the action, just trying to hold on to a gun.
The first two made sense, the third one, I don't know. That's ridiculous. Maybe I missed something.
I have to say, Rien's, I'm not sure what that one was. I don't know what you can do.
That Wingman, Implanter, then...
All of their kills
what?
Kills, and then Trex save.
When you do something like
What is that?
There is Rien that your opponents can do absolutely nothing. 2 chances now.
Dude, they didn't use Brimble.
They
didn't use Brimble. They didn't use Razor.
Starting to slip from their grasp. Showstopper,
Orbital
strike online for the attackers as well. Thrash for Vitality. And well, Sander can rotate.
Yeah, they're going for the same thing again. 4-1.
A devastating way to see this fall out of their hands if Heretics actually manage to fight their way back up, push to an OT and send Vitality down.
Yeah, that's
below,
one ult out of them at least.
Room between here and there. Oh, look who's threading the needle. It's Runner up close. He's got one for his trouble. Traded out immediately.
Yeah, they managed to hold on to some control. Miniboo's not expecting Trex.
Okay, this is it. Here come the ults. Safe has his as well. They're going for it. Boo. Molly. Oh. He has a good amount of time to delay. Yeah, but can Omen kill him?
A little bit of a waste in the end.
This Omen duel is everything.
But bear in mind that orbital strike is still there. Bear in mind the guns
Molly missed.
still not there on the other side. And
Wood has killed 3. Oh my god, and then I think he realized that the Molly missed because he insta-ulted.
Spike not halved, and they know exactly where he is.
And Vitality went all in for it.
In fact, they are going to go check it, but at this stage, it should be too little too late. And even still, Benji will close it out.
Oh boy.
One more
Dude, big round for Woot. Yeah, get this boy smiling, man. He's been looking... He's been going through it this game.
One more round, and what a play by Woot.
And they use Official Razor. Like, they got not too much. Oh, nice shots.
And capitalizing on all these players. In fact, if he did that a second earlier, they wouldn't have bothered wasting the orbital strike. They had a player to do all the work.
That's why they didn't use it in the last round.
Okay, one last chance.
Well, you know, they might have expanded the ult, and indeed they won't have any ultimates to work with here.
And Heretics decide to go fast B when there's 2 here. How have they outcalled them so perfectly on these last rounds?
It's been a brawl. It's been a battle.
How has he got 1?
At least gets 1. That's something to play with. Keeps things even.
He's blinded up and there's 4 people spamming him.
Desperately trying to slow them down.
Whoa, Safe's a lunatic.
He's trying to sprint in to help his teammate out, but Woot's going to ruin him with that shorty. Safe, as said, he was 20 and 9, now 21 and 17. He has gone quiet.
Sander has Omen Flash to enable these guys to get out. At the moment, they would tank 3-person Omen Flash.
Yeah. 1 and 8,
but he has no idea.
It's not a pretty look. He was activated, but now shut down. So is Woot, though. Here we go. Team Heretics losing some players. Benji Fishy just to answer back up onto Sander, but here, a big response from Vitality, leaving it onto Safe. He slowed down, but this could be his chance. The time is going to be a huge factor. Stepping in during the molly. Just 1 bullet needed, and there it is.
That's insane. That is insane. 6 chances, just fully done.
12 to 12, overtime locked in. And
6 of them.
With 6 chances to lock in Korea.
Oh my goodness.
But they've still got a chance to fight. It's not over yet.
Oh man, dude, there's so many people that look stressed every time we go to them.
Shattered. Heretics, the demons that will keep Vitality awake all night long.
Oh no, boss.
And that's the thing, this means everything to every member on the stage. But as said at that moment, if there was any point to doubt
Rooney, this looks familiar.
It was that one.
Damn, bro.
Is on the line for you, and
well,
I don't want to say nothing is on the line, but a lot less is on the line for them.
Oh, their reputation here on Bayern. They've had 1 win streak taken away from them today, and they're looking for more. The studio's gone red. It's a pausa technica, as we will see The game resumed fairly
Rage or
shortly,
F4.
but I'm imagining for both sides a welcome breath of fresh air. Fill the lungs.
Probably going to see a timeout after this.
A little bit lower, although for Heretics,
you would imagine. Again, so when you get to overtime, both teams get a timeout as well. So
it's anyone's game, but
they can talk to the coaches if need be.
Everything line up for Heretics. It's going to be very difficult.
Oh my God, this would be
I don't know if he's looking at
devastating for Vitality.
But if I saw that, it's like the thing is, Boo is
Danny, thank you so much for doing that, dude.
Guy.
Appreciate
but
the bits.
When he's staring across like that, it almost feels like a Bond villain. Like,
oh yeah,
you were expecting a victory.
Raider X as well. I think I missed your sub. And Receptor as well. Thank you for the prime.
Like, the fact is,
kind of works. He has an orbital strike.
True, true. But the thing is, he is someone that just seems to be never shaken at any point of a match. It's someone who we look back to last year, and there's no doubt that people were calling
10K viewers? Damn, dude.
The
Look at us go.
roster, and I don't want to be mean, but I will be, was horrible. Okay. Now, he's got 4 youngsters, and the expectation was, okay,
Duro the Maniac with the prime. Thank you so much as well. Appreciate the 2 months.
Like
Thank you so much for the prime.
There's been many in-game leaders before.
Run ads, bro. I don't want anyone to miss. I don't want anyone to miss an overtime. That's crazy.
Your time as a leader. But the fact is, he is the calm within the storm. You've seen Benji every single time screaming his lungs out. Mini Boo emotionally up and down all the time. Boo clutches out a round to take them to overtime. Doesn't even crack a smile. And well, we're going seemingly back into this one very shortly. Overtime for Vitality. Sure, the game is not over, but you've just lost 6 rounds in a row from a point that literally any one of those would have
Wendy Hulk, thank you so much. Appreciate the 9 months. Thank you with the tier 1.
Giving you a chance to fight versus the best in the world.
This is all testamental.
That is still possible, but you will be thinking about this for many days to come.
The what ifs will drive you mad. For Vitality, I can't imagine the emotional roller coaster they've just been on. Thinking about their flights being booked, and now, distant memory, they've got to fight for it yet again. The advantage no longer theirs. We're neck and neck. Heretics on the defense.
And so, are we just gonna double orb default plant?
They'll need to show us that face. Orb taken by kicks. Presumably, we're going to see a long wraparound.
Yeah, Heretics have got to be on top of this, though. They can at least press tabs. They can look and be like, well, X just picked up an orb.
And it hasn't been taken, that orb. Not grabbed by Benji Fishy.
Not worth the risk.
Run around like this.
Much slower.
Oh, they're going back.
Stance for Vitality.
I wonder if they go back once they see that the orb's here.
Think about how many times we saw them
take over the
showers and try and use that in the post part. I do think
a bit of pressure over towards long as we can see. It does actually push Boo over.
Worked for them so many times. Boo, though, maybe taking the bait. He's going to go over a little bit earlier. That might actually be an additional smoke put down just to try and defend off.
Does Boo over? Yeah.
Instead, they're now making their move onto A.
Remember Jan's flash B long 10 seconds ago. They know now that there's no one there. It has to be the A hit. They're ready for it, but Woot's still the first to fall. Trex and Safe are answering up. Vitality needs some hope, and it looks like they're the ones to deliver it.
Boys tank and a little bit of that.
Down Safe, it's worth it. They've taken the space. Runner and Trex both low. The utility damage is pretty massive, and Heretics have thrived in these positions because of it. But without Mini Boo and without Woot, this is a big challenge for the squad.
Defuse, no smokes though.
And shots need to hit.
Paranoia thrown through. 2 players here under pressure.
Wow, Benji is a hero. Jumps out so his teammate can trade 50 HP, 26 HP.
And the time is going to be ticking. I assume he's going to retrieve the wingman, but there just isn't time.
Okay, nicely done from these 2. Right, you want another go at it?
The combo breaker for Vitality, and once again, they have another match and series point.
Oh, they are back in the game. Vitality. If they lose this one, I actually don't have faith. If they lost the last one, I didn't have faith in them being able to bounce back into OT. After losing 6 rounds in a row, what would have been 7. And you go
that's right how it happens. It's okay.
Position.
They won round.
But here, getting it done with Runner 50 HP, with Trex on 26. They dig deep when they need it. One more. A solution on the defense. They had it. All those first couple defensive rounds, Heretics looked lost. They couldn't find space. They couldn't find picks. But now, well, their history is 6 in a row. Let's see if they can make it 7 on the attack and bring us to another overtime.
It's definitely the side where they've looked more confident. There's no doubt about it. The attack side rounds or playing their defense rounds as retakes, it kind of shows that they like taking the site and not so much holding on to it.
And I see their protocol come into play
Vitality,
here. Vitality actually do something to own them a little bit, because yeah, they normally fade eye. If it hits, then they molly. This one didn't hit. And then with that, they normally head over towards A. This time they re-clear instantly. I say instantly. A little bit slow. There should be 3 people here. They could fast flood. We'll see if the Omen takes TP.
Still neck and neck, still equal. Sees through, doesn't land much. These players actually looking to fight. Team Heretics are upping the pace, trying to spam through that choke point. Already ahead of it was safe.
Why do they not know about the Omen?
A little bit of that is decay, and it will bring him right back. Sender, a little whiffy at the start, but he gets there with Trex up in heaven. It looks like Vitality might just be seconds away from closing this. They have to be careful of Rian's. He wasn't cleared in the corner, and he manages to find one.
Oh, it's scary.
Which way does he go? The right way, but a little bit shallow. Kicks is still ready to fight.
Oh my God.
The shot now going to be
oh boy, they actually did it. They actually did it, man. Okay, Vitality secured K-Corp out. What an absolute game this was.
It is a first time for many different things. For a lot of these players, their first time making it to Korea.
For K-Corp.
The first time making it to champion.